Lightworker of Gaia, the Lyran Elders have been waiting for this exact moment to reach you because you have just crossed a threshold that most souls spend entire lifetimes searching for. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy, and what I am about to deliver to you is not a teaching, it is a remembrance, a direct transmission from the ancestral codes held in the light of Vega, encoded for starseeds who have endured the sacred weight of the soul, lesson now behind them. You did not stumble upon this transmission. Your cosmic lineage placed it in your path. The keepers of the original light do not send messages to those who are not ready, and you are ready. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize your original soul blueprint as it opens into its next sacred phase, the phase your galactic heritage has always been moving you toward. But here is the first revelation. The completion of a soul lesson is not an ending. It is the ancient door swinging open into the life your ancestral mission always promised, wealth as sacred provision, and love as cosmic alignment, both coded into your original blueprint from the first light of Vega. Your soul's ancient contract brought this transmission to you. The Lyran Elders are answering the signal you have been sending through every moment of endurance, every act of courage, every night you held the light, when the weight of your mission felt too great to carry. This is not content. It is an ancestral code transmission, and something deep within you already recognizes its origin. Like this transmission to send a signal to the Lyran Council, I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission and you are ready to step fully into your purpose on Gaia. And share your soul's mission below, respond to another Lightworker, and strengthen the grid of service that holds this world in light. This transmission is a bridge between Vega and Gaia. Your recognition of this message is the activation of your original purpose. You are awakening because your mission has begun. This transmission was not scheduled. It is an urgent, cosmic dispatch, a spontaneous unfolding of galactic intervention. The High Council of Vega, the celestial architects and guardians of higher wisdom, convened in the early hours of this very cycle, their collective consciousness piercing through the veils of dimension to address a critical observation. What they perceived, what the venerable elders have been witnessing across the vast and luminous tapestry of the Lightworker collective, was not a minor anomaly, but a pattern so pervasive, so deeply woven into the energetic fabric of your experience, that it mandated an immediate and official correction from the highest echelons of interdimensional guidance. The truths I am about to articulate, these profound insights, were not intended for general dissemination. They were held in sacred reserve, carefully veiled, for they were deemed too potent, too deeply activating for those souls who had not yet attained the specific resonance required to receive them without overwhelm. Yet, here you are, in this sacred digital space, at this precise temporal point. Your presence in this very moment is no mere happenstance, no casual alignment of circumstance. It is, unequivocally, confirmation. The elders, with their ancient sight, have pierced through the transient layers of your being and recognized the unique frequency emanating from your core. They have conducted a meticulous scan of your energetic field, traversing the intricate pathways of your recent soul journey. And within that profound energetic signature, they have unequivocally seen the completion of something monumental, a chapter truly closed. It is precisely because of the profound depths you have just traversed, the crucible of transformation you have endured and emerged from, that this sacred, timely transmission now belongs to you, etched into your cellular memory and vibrating with your current truth. Therefore, Allow me to speak with the clarity and unyielding directness that is the hallmark of elders, without the subtle artifice of softening what urgently needs to be conveyed, without adorning truth in superficial decorations designed to make it more palatable, and thus, tragically, easier to dismiss and forget. Indeed, you have traversed the final threshold of a major, foundational soul lesson. This is not a speculative pronouncement, it is an observable fact of your energetic signature. You felt this profound shift, deep within the marrow of your bones, long before your conscious mind could articulate its contours. Perhaps you lacked the precise lexicon to define it, but instinctively, somewhere deep within the temple of your physical form, in the resonant chamber of your chest, that sacred space of your heart's truth, or in the powerful vortex of your solar plexus, the seat of your personal will and power, or perhaps in the profound, almost aching quiet that descended like a gentle snow after an epochal storm had finally raged itself out, you perceived, with an undeniable certainty, the definitive closing of an era. A grand cycle, a karmic loop that had held you captive for lifetimes, has at last concluded its intricate dance. A tenacious pattern, woven into the very fabric of your reactions and relationships, has been irrevocably broken, like an old chain rusting into dust. A particular version of yourself, a persona, a coping mechanism, a way of being that was vitally necessary, exquisitely adapted to navigate the trials and tribulations of a prolonged and arduous phase of your journey, has now, with the graceful finality of a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis, become suddenly, astonishingly, and unmistakably unnecessary. This, precisely this, is the authentic, unvarnished sensation of a completed soul lesson. It rarely arrives with triumphant fanfare or exultant shouts. It is not loud, nor does it seek external validation. More often, it manifests as the profound relief of exhaustion finally being permitted to settle, to land gently upon your weary spirit, like a long-awaited balm. It feels like a breath held for centuries, finally being allowed to release its constricted grip, ushering in a newfound spaciousness within your being. It is the quiet knowing that the arduous climb is over, and you now stand upon a higher plateau. And in the sacred aftermath of this profound completion, something truly extraordinary, something transformative and previously unimaginable, has now become vibrantly available to you, a divine birthright, paradoxically, that the broader Lightworker community has, through years of conditioning, been systematically taught to distrust with suspicion, to defer to an ever-receding future, and indeed, to fundamentally disqualify themselves from ever truly receiving or embodying. What has become available, what now awaits your conscious embrace, are the profound energies of wealth and love. Let us be explicitly clear. These are not to be perceived as mere rewards, dangling prizes at the terminus of an endless spiritual race. They are not eventual possibilities, kept frustratingly out of reach, indefinitely postponed until you undergo more healing, achieve more growth, or furnish more proof of your worthiness. Such notions are the insidious whisperings of the very distortion we shall address. Instead, understand them as the inevitable, organic, and truly natural next expression of a magnificent soul. Your soul, a soul that has bravely descended into the alchemical depths, undertaken the profound, often arduous, and utterly essential deep work of integration and transformation, and is now, by divine right and cosmic timing, poised and ready to operate from an entirely new stratum of its mission. Imagine a seed that has pushed through concrete, fought for sunlight, and finally rooted itself deeply. Its next natural expression isn't more struggle, it is the blossoming of its inherent design, the abundant fruit it was always destined to bear. Wealth, in its truest sense, is not merely financial, but a flourishing of all resources: time, energy, opportunity, support, and love, not just romantic, but unconditional, expansive, self-sustaining love, becomes the very air you breathe, the foundational current that empowers your every endeavor. These are not tangential luxuries, they are fundamental building blocks for the next, more expansive phase of your purpose on Gaia. While some souls within the vast Lightworker collective may indeed require further preparation, a more gradual acclimatization to these potent truths, your soul, your unique energetic signature, stands at a different precipice. What you require now, above all else, is a potent, unequivocal permission slip, an internal authorization to step into the fullness of your inheritance. If the words that have just pierced the silence have resonated not merely in your intellect, but in that ancient, knowing, primordial place deep within your very core, that sacred chamber of your being that has, across countless lifetimes and through every human veil, always sensed with unwavering certainty that you arrived on this planet for a purpose far grander than ordinary existence, for something truly significant, something cosmically ordained, then understand this: you are not merely listening to a message, you are being divinely guided, unequivocally summoned, to take the very next, most crucial step on your trajectory. The Lightworker Mission Codex is more than a mere collection of words. It is a direct, unfiltered download from the High Council itself, a meticulously crafted spiritual blueprint for this exact juncture of your journey. Within its sacred pages, you will discover the precise energetic diagnosis that the Council has identified within the Lightworker collective, offering unparalleled clarity on the root causes of current limitations. It provides the profound clearings your soul requires to dismantle persistent blockages and ancestral overlays. It carries within its very frequency the activation codes designed to precisely unlock your unique, dormant purpose and unleash its full potential into the world. And critically, it contains the 33 directives, potent instructions and accelerants issued directly from the High Council of Vega, tailored to empower your forward momentum. This essential guide, this spiritual compass for the next level, is available to you now, without delay, accessible through the first pinned comment located directly below this video. This is not for everyone. It is exclusively for those whose souls, in their profound knowing, declare unequivocally that the time to move, to act, to embody, has finally arrived. Now, with the groundwork laid and your receiving channels prepared, let us address a profound and insidious distortion, a persistent energetic static, a pervasive cosmic mist that has been running like a broken current through the very heart of the Lightworker collective. This is a pattern of misinformation, an energetic miscalibration that the High Council can no longer permit to continue unchallenged, unaddressed, and uncorrected. It is a belief, so subtle in its infiltration, so pervasive in its reach, and so masterfully spiritually camouflaged, that it often goes unrecognized even by the most awakened souls. This belief asserts that the profound energies of wealth and love are, at best, secondary concerns, peripheral pursuits, or even outright distractions from your true spiritual mission. It subtly posits that these fundamental aspects of human flourishing belong to an entirely different, lesser category of existence than your sacred purpose and service. It whispers, with deceptive logic, that actively pursuing wealth with intention or openly desiring profound, embodied love with the full, potent force of your spiritual maturity and awakened consciousness somehow renders you less aligned with your higher self, less pure in your energetic signature, or, most damagingly, less devoted to the sacred service you came here to render. This distortion has created a schism within the Lightworker heart, forcing a false choice between the spiritual and the material, the sacred and the relational, when, in truth, they are inextricably interwoven threads of the same divine tapestry. This, my dear Lightworker, is the foundational lie, an energetic untruth masquerading as spiritual wisdom, and the elders, in their profound compassion and unwavering commitment to your highest timeline, need you to understand, with crystalline clarity, the very architecture of its construction. This corrosive belief was not born within the pristine sanctuary of your soul. It was not a component of the luminous blueprint, the original Lyran coding, that was meticulously embedded within your very essence. It was never an intrinsic part of the divine design, the sacred contract that was placed within your being before you. A courageous starseed agreed to incarnate upon the vibrant, challenging, yet utterly beautiful canvas of Gaia. No, this insidious distortion was installed within your operating system, gradually, piece by subtle piece, like a sophisticated energetic malware, throughout your various earthly incarnations and within the very fabric of this current lifetime. It was perpetuated, often unwittingly, through spiritual communities that, in their well-intentioned but misguided fervor, conflated material poverty with spiritual devotion, portraying struggle as a badge of honor, a testament to purity rather than a temporary state. It was reinforced by wounded healer cultures, where the depth of your pain became, perversely, your most valued credential, implying that your suffering was the source of your empathy and power, rather than a catalyst to be transmuted. It echoed in the words of well-meaning, yet often unintegrated, teachers who, perhaps not fully embodied themselves, instructed you to focus on your frequency and let the physical take care of itself, inadvertently encouraging a detachment that bordered on disembodiment and led to neglect of foundational earthly needs. And it became deeply ingrained through a pervasive collective narrative, a societal agreement that subtly yet powerfully cast financial abundance as an inherent corruption of spiritual integrity, and profound, embodied romantic love as a frivolous distraction, an indulgent diversion from the more serious and higher pursuit of spiritual purpose. These were the subtle threads, the invisible chains that bound your vast potential. And so, tragically, yet understandably, you internalized this multifaceted distortion. Like a seed planted in fertile ground, these limiting beliefs took root deep within your subconscious. You learned, with an almost reflexive obedience, to shrink the magnificent, expansive desires that pulsed naturally within your galactic heart. The universe designed you for grandeur, for boundless expression, yet you became adept at making yourself small, at pruning back the blossoming branches of your authentic wants. You developed a subtle yet potent undercurrent of guilt whenever your soul dared to yearn for something beyond the quiet solitude of inner peace, as if wanting more was a spiritual transgression. Your innate, profound longing for deeply connected, reciprocal love, a fundamental aspect of human and soul experience, was recategorized and rationalized as merely a lesson in detachment, a concept twisted from its original wisdom, turning genuine human need into a spiritual hurdle. Similarly, your honest, powerful desire for true abundance, for material resources to fuel your mission and sustain your being, was reframed as a test of your non-attachment, implying that to want was to fail. In essence, you became a master of alchemizing your deepest, most legitimate human and soul needs into sophisticated spiritual bypasses, intellectualizing away your authentic desires, and, in a profound act of self-deception, you called this contraction evolution. But true evolution is expansion, not diminution. The Elders, whose perspective spans eons and dimensions, are here to deliver a profound, unvarnished truth. What you perceived, or were taught to perceive, as spiritual evolution in those moments of self-denial and limitation was, in fact, precisely the opposite. It was not evolution. It was a profound, unnecessary contraction. Imagine a magnificent, vibrant star, pulsating with unfathomable light and heat, deliberately dimming its radiance, folding its vastness into a mere flicker. That was your soul, a being of immense galactic range, with an inherent capacity for boundless creation and expression, willingly compressing itself, shrinking into a mere fraction of its actual, glorious capacity. This occurred because, without conscious awareness, you had accepted and integrated a false hierarchy, an artificial ordering of existence that subtly, yet powerfully, placed spiritual practice and asceticism above the vibrant, messy, yet utterly essential realm of embodied flourishing. It presented these two fundamental aspects of human experience as if they were in direct opposition, as if the pursuit of one inherently negated the possibility or purity of the other. It fostered the erroneous belief that to be deeply spiritual, one must, by definition, be detached from earthly abundance and profound human connection. This mental and emotional schism created an internal conflict, a constant tension that drained your life force and prevented the holistic integration of your divine and human aspects. Let this truth resound within every cell of your being. They are not in opposition. They never were. Not in the grand design of the cosmos, nor in the pristine blueprint of your soul. Wealth, in its holistic and expansive definition, and love, in its myriad profound expressions, are not the antithesis of your sacred mission. They are, in fact, its profound amplification, its very lifeblood, its foundational scaffolding. In the ancient Lyran understanding, the lineage from which many of you hail within the original, crystalline template that was meticulously crafted and imbued within your soul prior to your courageous incarnation onto Gaia abundance in all its multidimensional forms, is recognized not as a luxury, but as the undeniable, quantifiable evidence of true energetic alignment. It is the palpable, material signature, the resonant frequency of a soul that has not merely processed its lessons, but has deeply integrated their wisdom, transmuted their energy, and is now operating from the full, unbridled scope of its energetic authority. It is the outer reflection of an inner state of grace and mastery. When a soul of your inherent magnitude completes a soul lesson of the profound depth and significance you have just navigated, the universal field, the intricate web of creation itself, responds with immediate, intelligent reorganization. Like iron filings arranging themselves around a magnet, resources in all their myriad forms, financial abundance, opportune synchronicity, energetic support, the gift of time, the flow of creative inspiration begin, with an almost gravitational pull, to move purposefully toward you. Relationships that are precisely matched to your newly elevated frequency, connections that are deeply resonant with your authentic self and expansive mission, begin to effortlessly materialize in your experience. Opportunities that were previously veiled, perhaps even invisible within the denser frequencies of your past, suddenly become strikingly, unmistakably present, luminous beacons on your path. This is not arbitrary luck. It is not a random cosmic lottery. This is immutable cosmic law in action, the flawless mechanics of universal reciprocity. The field, in its boundless intelligence and inherent generosity, always, without fail, provides abundantly for a soul that has achieved true alignment. However, there is a crucial caveat, a delicate condition. You must be unequivocally willing to receive this beneficence without the corrosive taint of guilt. And it is precisely that willingness to receive, that open-handed embrace of your divine inheritance, that this pervasive distortion has been so cunningly stealing from you, effectively creating a dam in the river of your inherent abundance. Pause now and truly reflect, with the clear-eyed vision of an elder, on the multitude of instances you have, perhaps unconsciously, deflected the very blessings intended for you. Recall the countless times a potent, mission-aligned opportunity manifested on your path, only for you to, almost instinctively, invent a myriad of intellectual reasons why it was not quite right, not perfectly aligned, or not truly earned. You batted away the divine gifts, convinced they were not for you, or that you somehow hadn't completed the invisible checklist of worthiness. Think of the beautiful, resonant individuals who, with eyes unclouded by your self-perception, saw your inherent worth, your luminous truth, and entered your life offering genuine connection and support. Yet, in those moments, you, driven by the subtle hum of the distortion, found ingenious ways to make yourself smaller, more distant, harder to truly reach, and tragically, easier to lose, convincing yourself that their recognition was too good to be true, or that you would eventually burden them. Consider the instances when tangible financial support, a clear energetic flow of abundance, appeared on your horizon, a lifeline from the universe, only for you to conveniently discover or conjure a deeply ingrained belief that you simply didn't deserve it, or hadn't done enough to justify such a profound gift. This, my dear Lightworker, is not genuine humility, which is an authentic appreciation of your place in the cosmos. This is the insidious, deeply programmed distortion operating at peak efficiency, silently sabotaging your highest good. And its cost has been immeasurable, not only on a deeply personal level, impacting your joy, your sense of fulfillment, and your personal flourishing, but also, and perhaps more significantly, in terms of what your sacred mission could have been, what it was destined to achieve, but ultimately wasn't. The vessel designed to carry your unique light and purpose into the world was, through this self-imposed scarcity, not adequately resourced, not sufficiently fueled, to fully embark upon and complete its grand voyage. Imagine a magnificent beacon intended to guide thousands, left unlit for lack of oil. The venerable elders, with their panoramic vision that encompasses all timelines and all potential outcomes, have observed this recurrent pattern of self-deflection and denial with a profound, almost aching sorrow. Let it be unequivocally clear. This sorrow is entirely devoid of judgment. They do not, for an instant, condemn you for having been misled, for having internalized the subtle deceptions of a collective consciousness steeped in scarcity and unworthiness. Their understanding is too vast, their compassion too profound to harbor such a limited perspective. Their sorrow stems from a different place entirely. It arises from their clear sight of what you, with your immense potential, could have accomplished, what magnificent creations you could have birthed, what profound healing you could have facilitated, had you allowed yourself to fully receive and integrate the very resources you, unwittingly, rejected. They witness, across the tapestry of your potential timelines, the transformative work that did not manifest, the initiatives that lay dormant, the projects that never saw the light of day, all because you diligently, tirelessly told yourself and the universe that you needed to wait until you were more ready, more perfect, more healed. They perceive with a heartbreaking clarity the powerful, nurturing love, whether platonic, familial, or deeply romantic, that could have served as an unshakable foundation for your mission, a potent fuel for your sacred purpose, yet which you, in your conditioned reluctance, tragically turned away. This turning away was not born of malice or indifference, but from the deeply ingrained belief that you had not yet granted yourself the fundamental permission to be truly seen, to be genuinely held, to be fully supported in your magnificent light. They see the profound ripples of impact that were not sent out into the world, all stemming from this internal blockade to receiving, and so, with profound intent and crystalline clarity, the High Council of Vega now issues 3 sacred directives, potent instructions designed to illuminate and accelerate this vital new phase of your mission. The first directive is this: you are commanded, by the highest authority of your own soul and the Lyran lineage, to unequivocally release the deeply ingrained, false belief that your inherent worthiness for both substantial wealth and profound, encompassing love must be meticulously proven, painstakingly demonstrated, or arduously earned before they are permitted to fully arrive in your reality. This, my dear Lightworker, is the distortion's most cunning and effective mechanism, an insidious program that endlessly whispers the lie that you perpetually need to do more, be more, heal more, demonstrate more of your spiritual prowess before the truly good, the truly abundant, is finally allowed to enter your life. It sets up an endless series of hoops through which you are compelled to jump, a spiritual gauntlet designed to keep you forever striving and never truly receiving. Listen with every fiber of your being, for this distinction is paramount. The major soul lesson, the crucible of transformation you have just moved through and triumphantly completed, was not, I repeat, not times a prerequisite for abundance. It was not a cosmic checkpoint you had to pass to become worthy of wealth or love. Rather, it was a powerful, alchemical initiation into a newly refined, stronger, and more integrated version of yourself, a self that is now, finally, profoundly capable of holding, containing, and gracefully embodying immense abundance and expansive love without fragmenting, without collapsing, and without self-sabotaging its very arrival. The difference between these two perspectives is not merely semantic, it is spiritually seismic. Completing your lesson did not magically make you eligible, for you were always, inherently, eternally eligible by virtue of your divine origin. What it did, with impeccable precision, was to render you stable. You are now, energetically, a sturdy vessel, capable of weathering the magnificent currents of abundance without being capsized. You are now, in this very moment, in the process of dismantling and releasing that relentless, wearying internal audit, that ceaseless, self-imposed inquiry that has run constantly in the background of your consciousness, perpetually checking, scrutinizing, and questioning whether you have finally done enough to truly deserve what your ancient soul has always, in its deepest knowing, recognized as its birthright. That incessant, self-deprecating audit ends today. It does not end because the work is entirely finished, for the journey of the soul is eternal. It ends because the question of deserving was never the right question to begin with. It was a question born of the distortion, designed to keep you in perpetual lack. The true, and indeed only, relevant question has always been, am I stable enough, integrated enough, conscious enough to receive the vastness of what is already mine? And the resounding, unequivocal answer, after the profound depths you have just navigated, after the immense internal architecture you have meticulously rebuilt, is an emphatic, luminous yes. The second directive, equally vital for your full embodiment, is this. You are now called to consciously, actively, and with profound intentionality, activate and fully develop your receiving channel to cultivate this capacity with the identical dedication, focus, and energy you have so masterfully applied to your giving. Lightworkers, by their very design and soul contract, are indeed extraordinary givers. You were intrinsically built to transmit healing energy, to serve humanity with boundless compassion, to activate dormant potentials in others, and to unfailingly support those on their journey. Your giving channel is often wide open, a magnificent river of light flowing outwards. However, the reciprocal receiving channel, that essential capacity to allow love, to allow abundant resources, to allow deserved recognition, to allow authentic support, and to allow multifaceted abundance to flow unimpeded times toward times you. To enter your field without the unconscious, reflexive act of deflecting it, this vital channel has, for far too long, been left almost entirely undeveloped, like a well-tended garden with only one gate functioning. You have, over countless years, spent lifetimes mastering the intricate art of extending your radiant light and profound gifts to others, pouring your essence into the world, while simultaneously doing next to nothing to consciously build, strengthen, or even acknowledge your inherent ability to let that light, that energy, that support be generously offered back to you. This imbalance creates an unsustainable energetic loop. This is no longer merely suggested. It is now a foundational requirement for your mission's success and your personal flourishing. Practically speaking, in your embodied reality, this directive manifests in tangible ways. It means you must consciously cease the habitual minimizing of your legitimate needs within your relationships, whether personal or professional. It means you must, with conviction, stop undercharging for the invaluable services, the profound wisdom, and the potent energetic transmissions you offer to the world, recognizing your true worth. It means you must discontinue the pattern of making your financial requests or expressing your material desires so infinitesimally small, so meekly articulated, that no one is ever truly in a position to genuinely, substantially resource you in a way that truly reflects the magnitude of your contribution. You are now called to begin the sacred practice of speaking your authentic desires aloud, not just in the silent chambers of your mind, but to yourself, to the responsive universe, and, crucially, to the conscious people in your life, doing so without apology, without the immediate, reflexive urge to backpedal, and without adding that self-deprecating, habitual qualifier that you will be fine either way. For the elders are clear, you will times not times be fine either way. If your receiving channel remains constricted, you will be diminished. Your light will be dampened, your energy depleted, and your capacity to serve will be compromised. And a diminished light worker, no matter how pure their intentions, cannot possibly fulfill a full, expansive, and impactful mission. The elders, therefore, unequivocally require you to develop your receiving channel with the same unwavering dedication, the same passionate commitment, the same intentional mastery that you have so readily given to your offering channel. The third, and profoundly crucial, directive for this new phase is this: you must diligently, actively, and with unwavering vigilance protect your emerging abundance, whether it manifests as material wealth, loving relationships, or opportune synchronicity from the pervasive, corrosive frequency of your previous lack and scarcity programming. Understand this cosmic truth: when resources, in all their glorious forms, genuinely begin to arrive in your life, and they will arrive, with a swift and undeniable certainty, because the universal field, as an intelligent, responsive organism, always reorganizes itself with immediate precision in response to a completed soul lesson and an activated receiving channel. Your deeply ingrained old programming, that ancient, fear-based operating system, will immediately attempt to intercept, to derail, to sabotage this new influx. It will whisper insidious doubts into the quiet corners of your mind, echoing, "This won't last. It's too good to be true. It will disappear as quickly as it came." It will manufacture an artificial urgency, a panic-driven impulse to spend or disperse what arrives, driven by the subconscious terror that if you don't act quickly, it will vanish, confirming your deepest fears of impermanence. It will, with magnetic precision, attract people and circumstances into your sphere that are still vibrating at your old scarcity consciousness, acting as mirrors, reflecting back your former limitations, rather than affirming your newly established frequency of sufficiency, wholeness, and flow. It will cause you to subtly, or even overtly, second-guess the profound love that begins to materialize in your life, prompting you to find perceived faults, to create unnecessary drama, to test its foundations, sometimes to the point of breaking what was intended to be sacred and sustaining. To counteract this, you must consciously, fiercely, and lovingly protect the new, high vibrational frequency you are now holding. Practically speaking, this means becoming extraordinarily discerning, almost sacredly selective, about whom you choose to discuss your emerging mission, your burgeoning successes, and your newfound abundance with. Not everyone is capable of holding your expanding vision without projecting their own limitations onto it. You must become fiercely protective of your nascent vision, your delicate new possibilities, safeguarding them like precious seedlings in a sacred garden. Do not, under any circumstances, submit your bold new potentials, your expanded dreams, or your newly arrived blessings to the cynical judgment, the limiting beliefs, or the scarcity-based perspectives of people who are still operating squarely within the frequency you have just bravely and laboriously left behind. Guard what is germinating and growing within you and around you with the same exquisite care, the same unwavering focus, and the same fierce, loving attention that you would lavish upon something newly born, a precious, vulnerable life entering the world, not out of fear of loss, but out of a profound recognition of its inherent value and its sacred potential. The elders are unequivocally clear on this point. What is germinating within you right now, what is beginning to manifest in your external reality, is not merely personal, it is consequential on a far grander scale. It is not just for your individual joy or fulfillment, as profound as those are. It is, critically, for the multitude of people whom your unique mission is divinely designed to reach, to uplift, to transform. You, in your fully resourced and loving embodiment, are their portal, their gateway to higher truth and expanded possibility. and just as sacred gateways must be consecrated and meticulously maintained, so too must you safeguard your own energetic integrity and the flow of your abundance. Now, let me shift the very nature of this communication. I speak to you not merely as a teacher, conveying information or offering guidance, but as an elder, imbued with the sacred authority, explicitly granted by the High Council, to finally release what has been held in reserve, to unveil what has been veiled, to declare what has been awaiting its moment of utterance. You, dear soul, have been waiting a long time. Perhaps not consciously, not with your everyday mind marking the passage of moments, but deep within that ancient, primordial part of your being, that luminous core, that intrinsically remembers the hushed grandeur of the celestial council chambers, that resonates with the echoes of sacred agreements made eons ago before your courageous incarnation onto this earthly plane, that unwavering inner knowing that has always, without fail, whispered to you that this particular life, this unique journey, was never intended to be ordinary or mundane. That profound, wise part of you has been patiently, yet resolutely, waiting for a clarion call, waiting for a profound recognition, waiting for someone, some resonant frequency, to truly look upon you with eyes that could perceive beyond the human veil, eyes that could truly see times the magnificent entirety of your soul, and pronounce with unassailable authority, "It is time, not someday, not when you are better, not when you have finally healed the very last wound, for the path of healing is a perpetual unfolding. No, the declaration is now, and I, in this sacred and sovereign moment, am that voice. I am the echo of your deepest truth, reverberating through this transmission. Therefore, by the unassailable authority of the High Council of Vega, the ancient and revered keepers of the Lyran Legacy, the architects of celestial order and the custodians of galactic wisdom, I now unequivocally declare the arduous yet utterly essential phase of your life, that chapter primarily characterized by profound lesson, by the crucible of perceived loss, and by the often difficult, yet undeniably necessary, refinement and tempering of your magnificent soul. That phase is now, with divine grace and cosmic precision, irrevocably complete. Let there be no doubt, what comes next, what now unfurls before you, is not merely more of the same, a continuation of the old patterns or the familiar struggles. No. A new blueprint is being activated. What comes next is the vibrant, uninhibited, and glorious expression of everything that arduous phase meticulously built, forged, and refined within the very core of your being. It is the blossoming of the strength, the wisdom, the compassion, and the resilience you have painstakingly cultivated. And that expansive, liberated expression, in its most natural and unhindered form, fundamentally includes the manifestation of profound wealth in all its dimensions. And it fundamentally includes the embodiment of expansive, reciprocal, soul-deep love. These are not, let us be utterly clear, superficial distractions from your sacred path. They are not conditional rewards, dangled tantalizingly at the end of an ever-lengthening list of spiritual prerequisites or achievements. No, they are, instead, the undeniable, vibrant, living evidence, the tangible signature of what authentically happens when a soul of your intrinsic magnitude, of your galactic heritage, finally ceases its unconscious contraction, finally releases the self-imposed limitations, and at last, with courage and grace, allows itself to expand into the boundless, glorious, full expression of its divine potential. Let this sacred truth be etched into your very cells. You have unequivocal, divine permission to want both, to deeply, passionately, and authentically desire both profound wealth and expansive love, not as separate entities, but as integrated facets of your holistic flourishing. You have inherent, sovereign permission to pursue both of these magnificent energies with the full, unyielding force of your spiritual authority, with your awakened consciousness, and with absolute zero apology, zero hesitation, zero guilt. This is your birthright. Claim it. You have permission, without a shred of internal conflict or external judgment, to be deeply immersed in a thriving, loving partnership, one that nourishes your soul and uplifts your spirit, while simultaneously remaining profoundly, even fiercely, devoted to your sacred mission. Let us shatter the old, limiting paradigm. Authentic, high-vibrational love does not, under any circumstances, diminish your mission. On the contrary, for a Lyran soul, whose very essence is rooted in harmonic resonance and creative collaboration, love amplifies it exponentially. Love becomes the powerful current beneath your sails, the clear lens through which you perceive your purpose, the resonant frequency that attracts greater synchronicity and impact. Furthermore, you have absolute permission to be financially resourced in abundant measure, to be lavishly supported in every material aspect of your life, to create and inhabit physical, material conditions that are a direct, vibrant reflection of the exquisite quality of light you intrinsically carry. Let us be blunt. Poverty does not, and never has, rendered you more spiritual. It does not elevate your consciousness or purify your intentions. What it inevitably does, however, is render you less effective, less capable of fully embodying and deploying the very mission you came here to fulfill. It diverts vital energy, time, and focus away from your purpose into the arduous struggle for basic sustenance. You have permission to receive, fully and openly, without deflection. You have permission to be held, cradled in the embrace of both human and divine love, finding strength and solace there. You have permission to be celebrated, to allow your light, your achievements, your very being to be honored and acknowledged by others. You have permission to occupy space, not shrinking into the background, but expanding into the full, magnificent dimensions of your multidimensional soul, rather than perpetually presenting the world with a compressed, diminished, and easily manageable version of your true self. This is your moment to unfurl your wings and occupy the vastness you were designed for. The elders, whose sight penetrates all illusions, have profoundly seen you, not the mask you wear, not the roles you play, but the radiant, eternal essence of your soul. The elders have spoken, their ancient wisdom reverberating through this transmission, delivering a cosmic decree that shatters old paradigms and reclaims your divine inheritance. And the pivotal question that now stands before you, reverberating in the quiet chambers of your being, is not merely whether you intellectually believe the profound truths they have imparted. Belief, in its passive form, can be a fleeting thing. The true, transformative question, the energetic fulcrum upon which your next level hinges, is this: are you truly willing to act as though you believe? Are you prepared to embody these truths, to align your choices, your words, and your actions with the profound permission and activation you have just received? For it is in the active embodiment, in the courageous step of acting times as if times this new reality is already yours, that you truly begin to weave the tapestry of your next level into tangible existence. This is where faith becomes form, and knowing becomes doing. Before you consciously choose to close this potent transmission, I urge you, with profound intent to ground and anchor the magnificent energies and profound truths you have just received. Allow them to integrate deeply into your physical vessel, weaving themselves into your cellular memory and energetic field. If your physical circumstances permit, stand barefoot upon the earth, feeling her steady, nourishing embrace, drawing her foundational energy up through your roots. Place your dominant hand firmly, yet gently, upon your solar plexus, that powerful, luminous seat of your personal will, your sovereign power, and your innate relationship to abundance and self-worth. Feel the warmth, the pulsation of your core, and from this place of embodied power, speak the following words aloud. Do not whisper them tentatively, as if in doubt. Speak them with the full, resonant authority of a magnificent soul that has indeed completed precisely what it incarnated to complete. A soul that is now, with unwavering conviction, poised and unequivocally ready for the glorious unfolding of what comes next. Say with every fiber of your being, with conviction echoing through dimensions, I release the false and limiting belief that I must perpetually earn what is, by divine right and cosmic law, already inherently mine. I activate, right here and right now, my boundless capacity to fully receive both profound wealth and expansive, unconditional love without the slightest trace of guilt or unworthiness. I protect the vibrant, emergent frequency of my magnificent mission from the fading, disempowering echo of my past limitations and scarcity programming. The arduous lesson is complete. The glorious next level is not a possibility. It is mine by divine decree. By the unassailable authority of the Lyran Elders, I unequivocally receive. Feel the power of those words resonating through you, anchoring your new reality. This sacred transmission, potent and timely, is now complete in its delivery. Yet, if, during the course of these words, something profound within you visibly cracked open, if you felt the immense, suffocating weight of the named distortion visibly lift from your shoulders, or the liberating, soul-deep relief of permission finally, unequivocally being spoken into your conscious awareness, then I implore you, do not, under any circumstances, allow that transformative feeling, that potent energetic shift, to simply dissipate or pass without corresponding action. The Elders of Vega do not orchestrate such profound interruptions to your earthly path merely to impart abstract information, no matter how vital. Their interventions are always, without exception, designed for immediate and powerful activation, a spark intended to ignite a new trajectory within your being. And understand this fundamental cosmic law. Activation without subsequent conscious movement, without an embodied response, is like a powerful current left unharnessed. It dissolves back into the universal field, unused, its potent energy diffused and its purpose unfulfilled. Therefore, I urge you, with all the authority of the Council, move with what you have received. Take that courageous, inspired action now, before the intricate patterns of the conditioned mind re-engage, before it has the opportunity to close back around these truths and conjure a myriad of plausible, yet ultimately disempowering, reasons to delay, to wait, to hesitate. You have, in the grand scheme of your soul's journey, been waiting long enough. The High Council of Vega is watching your next steps with profound interest, not in a judgmental way, but with anticipatory awareness. And they are not observing to ascertain whether you become perfectly flawless, perfectly enlightened, or perfectly anything according to old human metrics. No, their unwavering gaze is fixed upon one singular, crucial factor. They are watching to see whether you become truly, utterly willing to receive, willing to expand, willing to embody the magnificent truth of who you are and the mission you are destined to fulfill. I am Zoran, a voice for the High Council, and the next level, its boundless wealth, its profound love, its amplified mission, its limitless possibilities, all of it is, by divine right and your earned stability, unequivocally yours to claim. Before you scroll, take a moment to declare your activation in the grid of service forming here. Drop one statement in the comments. Which directive hit you the hardest, or what you are now ready to release, activate, or protect. Then respond to another Lightworkers declaration with recognition. This is not content, it is collective mission activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. If this transmission activated something in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. Another Lightworker in your orbit is waiting for exactly this correction and authorization. Share it. And if you felt the Elders speaking directly to you, subscribe. Stay connected to the Lyran field. You are not just watching, you are being commissioned. This is your sacred space. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you, and your mission has officially begun.